Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I move that Parliament debates the review of the University of the South Pacific 2017 annual report, which was tabled on 13 May 2019. Thank you, sir.
Is there a seconder?
Honorable Speaker, sir, I second the motion.
Honorable members, I now invite the chairperson of the Standing Committee on Social Affairs to speak on his motion. You have the floor, sir.
Honorable Speaker, the University of the South Pacific is a non-profit educational institution which was established under the Royal Charter 1970. USP also has the Pacific Technical and Further Education, Pacific Day, which provides alternative pathways to higher education as well as TVET programs. The core functions of USP is to deliver quality education that enables its graduates to inherit knowledge, skills, and abilities to effectively and sustainably address the social and economic needs of the Pacific region. The university also has a mandate to undertake research that is relevant to the region and supports policy-level dialogue and decision-making that affects the lives of the Pacific people. The committee, upon referred the University of the South Pacific 2017 annual report, invited its senior officials on Tuesday, 19 March 2019 for a public hearing. During this meeting, officials from the university enlightened the committee on 1. Its new income streams, 2. The lead role in engaging with member countries and finding solutions on major development challenges in the areas of education, climate change, oceans, marine, renewable energy, public administration, digitization, gender and health, and 3. How the university's overall operations are aligned to the SDGs and the measures that are being taken to progress the SDGs. Honorable Speaker, the University of the South Pacific's achievement of the year was the graduation of 4,182 people, 2,425 females and 1,757 males. Many of these graduates were government employees who immediately began to contribute to their country's development. Other new graduates looked for or created new jobs. Graduates with disabilities prove that with support and determination, challenges can be overcome. Honorable Speaker, I would like to thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Honorable members, the floor is now open for debate on this motion. And I now give the floor to the Honorable William Ngavoka. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I'd like to touch on some of the recommendations by the committee. The first one being, the university must ensure prudent financial management in its operations, for example, in the recruitment, appointment, and employment of its staff, and the compliance of its operational activities to the financial and administration management policies that uphold best practices. That is number one, Honorable Speaker. And there's number 5 that says the university to better coordinate with the Department of Immigration for visa extensions and blah, blah, blah. Honorable Speaker, when you read this recommendation, number 1, the committee is saying virtually that it needs to ensure prudent financial management, and especially the recruitment, appointment, and employment of its staff. This is the committee, Honorable Speaker, committee of this Parliament, making this recommendation. And when you look at the USP saga that is very much in the news, it is very much related to the human resources elements at the USP. We know, Honorable Speaker, there was this video report. And the video report, Honorable Speaker, had highlighted anomalies in the HR at USP. And this, Honorable Speaker, was the crux of the matter, that led to the debacle that has led to what we have today, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we know what the Professor Powell was trying to do. He had commissioned, the council had commissioned this BDO report, which appeared to have not been made available for general consumption.
Order.
And here we have a situation where this particular gentleman was bundled out of the country because he was trying to attend exactly to what the committee is recommending in this report. The other side is saying that there are other things involved in all this, and let's hear them outline, clarify exactly what it is. I mean, we wanted to debate on this thing on Monday. We wanted to ask some questions on this. We were not allowed to. So it's good that today we have this, so that we can hear what it is that has been a mystery to most people, but only clear to the Fiji First government. Don't waste your time, Honorable Speaker. This is a matter of concern to Fiji. What is happening here? I read this article on the, was it Fiji Times? Was it yesterday or the other day? I think the Honorable Minister for Economy was saying, we don't have any crisis at USP. He said we don't have any crisis at the USP. And here is Dr. Powell. Here is Dr. Powell, Professor Powell, saying only yesterday, it's my belief that if I need to move to Samoa to run the university, we'll make it work. And Fiji First is saying, where's the crisis? This is the head of the university with the support of the council saying, I can move to Samoa. He's saying it. And the Fiji First government is saying, there's no crisis. Honorable Speaker, be that as it may, there is a crisis at USP, and Fiji First is trying to tell this country there is no crisis. They are in the right. And it's interesting here that the university to better coordinate with immigration departments. Of course, as you know, a rep from the Prime Minister's office sits in the work permit committee in immigration. So I actually feel sorry for this gentleman that everything was stacked against him, Honorable Speaker.
Order.
I mean, you read.
Order.
You read. I've been reading commentaries from within the region, from New Zealand, from Australia, and all they're saying is that Fiji stands to lose out of all this debacle. And here we are, Fiji First, burying its head in the sand, saying nothing like that is happening. Nothing like that is happening. There is even talk of countries in the Pacific relocating the students away from Fiji to other universities. Can you believe that they're saying that is okay? You did not start the USP, okay, guys? You were born yesterday. You just came yesterday. Okay? The USP is the pride of the Pacific. It's the pride of Fiji. And you clowns are now saying that you can take it away. You can take it away. I mean, that's what you're saying. You're unbelievable. You're unbelievable. Honorable Speaker, I mean, I've never met a bunch of clowns like the ones I'm seeing now in Fiji first. Honorable Speaker. Yeah. Honorable Speaker. People tried for so long to make the USP work, and here you are saying we will withhold the $30 million and let them go to wherever. I mean, that's exactly what you're saying. We'll withhold the whatever $1 million you use, we'll withhold it, and then they can go wherever. Can you imagine the attitude that we're seeing here, Honorable Speaker? Let it be made very clear today. SOLDAPA will do everything possible to keep the integrity of USP the way it was meant from the beginning. Let that be very clear today. Let the whole of Fiji know that. SOLDAPA will preserve USP in its entirety. SOLDAPA will do that. And I just, Honorable Speaker, we met with the supervisor of election and his team last week, and he said, earliest for elections maybe July 2022, and the latest January 2023. I think everyone is keeping the fingers crossed. Please make it July 2022. We want these guys out. We want these guys out. The sooner we get them out, the better. And Honorable Speaker, the tragedy here, Honorable Speaker, is that while they are neglecting this problem at the USP, other players in the region are trying to move USP away. I mean, they are being distracted by what is believed to be the protection of their own people within USP. That is what has been alleged here. So, Honorable Speaker, I just wish that the approach could be more mature, more responsible in the spirit of keeping the Pacific community intact. I don't know, Honorable Speaker, if they know that back in the 70s, the Pacific community used to operate under the Pacific Way. This was Ratu Seka, Mr. Samara. This is the way he set things up. Today, Honorable Speaker, the PIF is disintegrating under the watch of Fiji First. 4 or 5 countries have pulled out of PIF. It's because, Honorable Speaker, the way they have neglected the relationship in the Pacific. They've neglected it. In the past, Honorable Speaker, as you may remember, Honorable Speaker, Fiji hosted the forum here, and it was the understanding that Fiji would not put up a name for the Secretary General. Other island countries would have it, Fiji would host the forum. That's the way Ratumara set it up. That's the way the community works, the Pacific way. The problem with Fiji First is they cannot keep a relationship, nurture it, or develop it. They can't do it. They can do it. Everyone they come into terms with falls by the wayside. Falls by the wayside. That is the problem with Fiji First, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I just wish, Honorable Speaker, that we leave USP and the Council to do their work. Let the chips fall where they fall. Okay? If it's Professor Paul says we need to do this, the Council needs to carry all this out. Do it. Let the chips fall where they fall. Not all these reports of the Attorney General trying to insert himself into the process of the USP. trying to undermine the Council of Ministers. I mean, this is reported widely in the country. Can you just pull back, people, and respect the integrity and the independence of USP? Honorable Speaker, I hope I'm not having dialogue with the deaf here. I hope people can hear what I'm saying and protect what is so precious to us, USP, what is something that we all want to keep in Fiji, Honorable Speaker. The people are watching. The repercussions, if USP falls apart, is huge, Honorable Speaker. In many ways, it's huge. So, please, Fiji first. You are in the driver's seat now for a while until July, when people of Fiji are going to throw you out. But just try and hold things together. Don't destroy what others have built with sacrifice over the years. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable.